They called Earth's veterans relics. Old, slow, obsolete at least. That's what the alien recruits believed when Sergeant Marcus Hale stepped onto the firing range of the Galactic Legion's training station. He was 53, his beard had streaks of iron grey, and unlike the sleek alien soldiers with their cybernetic boosters, Marcus looked normal, human, ordinary. The recruits whispered loud enough for him to hear. Why is a baseline human even here? He'll miss every single shot. 5 credits, says he can't hit center even once. Their scales glinted under the training hall lights. A reptilian species known for their accuracy and even bigger pride. Among them stood Krelter, the loudest one. Tall and red-scaled, with eyes that shined with arrogance. Marcus simply rolled his shoulders and adjusted the training rifle. He'd seen recruits like this before humans. Aliens didn't matter. Young, cocky, untested. He didn't blame them. They hadn't lived through Earth's defensive wars. They hadn't seen the orbital bombardments, or the ash of cities drifting like snow, or the last stand at New Phoenix where Marcus had personally pulled 50 civilians out of a burning dome. No. They had never lived through war. They'd studied it. Marcus had survived it. The Rangemaster. A stoic insectoid named Lyrican clicked her mandibles. Sergeant Hale stepped to firing lane 3. Targets at 50 meters. Marcus nodded. Understood. He positioned himself calmly. No flashy stance. No cybernetic stabilizers. Just a man, a rifle, and a breath. Behind him, Krelter barked a laugh. Oh look, the human relic is shaking. 5 credits, says he misses the first shot. Marcus didn't react. He didn't need to dot Liri-Keen raised a foreleg. Begin. Marcus exhaled and fired THWIP. The first shot landed dead center, burning a perfect hole. Silence. The arrogant smirks behind him dropped. Krell-Tar hissed, lucky shot. Marcus didn't respond. He simply fired again. Thwip. 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 5 shots. 5 perfect centers. Not a millimeter off. And he did it without flinching. No recoil. No shake. No hesitation. Just steady, deadly precision. Lyrican's mandibles clicked. Her species' version of stunned amazement. Results: 5 out of 5 center shots. Perfect accuracy. The recruits stared. Marcus finally turned toward them. His voice was calm, edged with the weight of experience. You kids ever heard of the siege of New Phoenix? They exchanged blank looks. Krelter crossed his arms. We have studied it. A minor conflict on a developing world. Marcus snorted softly. Minor, maybe on your date, but for us, it was life or death. We didn't have boosters. We didn't have auto-aim. We had nerves. We had grit. We had to protect our people. He set the rifle on the table, and we didn't miss. A quiet hush settled over them. Even Kreltar's expression softened from arrogance to something like respect. Or maybe uncertainty. But the day wasn't over. Lyrican tapped a control panel. Next test, moving targets. At her command, the walls of the range shifted. Small drones shot out in erratic patterns, spinning, twitching, stopping mid-air, reversing direction. Impossible to predict. The Avraxians straightened. This was their specialty. Sergeant Hale, Lyrican announced. You will be first. More whispers. He'll fail now. No human reflexes are fast enough. He won't hit a single one. Marcus took the rifle silently. He didn't brag, didn't posture, didn't argue. He just stepped onto the line. He waited. He breathed. The drones shot into motion. Marcus fired in calm. Measured bursts, no panic. No wasted bullets. THW, IP drone down, THWIP drone down, THWIP drone. DOWNH, confirmed hit, echoed over the range speakers. Even when a drone performed a rapid double spin, Marcus snapped a shot and nailed it clean. And then, the nightmare drone, one with a tiny, erratic flight pattern, zipped past. All the recruits sucked in breaths. Marcus fired once, cracked the drone, shattered mid-twirl. LIRI Keen stared at the results. TW-20 targets eliminated. 0 misses. A rush of murmurs filled the hall. Several alien recruits looked between Marcus and the destroyed drones like they had just witnessed a myth. Kreltar stepped forward, his pride hurting but his eyes wide. How did a baseline human do that? No enhancements, no stabilizers, no targeting lens, nothing. Marcus looked at the young alien the same way a tired father looks at a loud teenager. You kids rely too much on tech, on numbers, on simulations. He rested the rifle gently. But war isn't clean. It isn't predictable. Out there, he pointed toward the massive view window overlooking stars. Out there, it comes down to the soldier who keeps his cool, breathes steady, and takes the shot that matters. The recruits stood silent. Marcus walked past them, his boots echoing in the quiet hall. Then Kreltar called out, "Sergeant Hale." Marcus paused, but didn't turn. "Teach me." The hall stiffened. Ivraxians were never humble, never asked for help. But Kreltar's voice carried genuine respect. Marcus finally faced him fully. "You want to learn? Show up tomorrow morning, 0500. Kreltar nodded hard. "Yes, Sergeant. And bring your friends," Marcus added, glancing at the rest. "You all have potential. You just need discipline." The recruits straightened instinctively, like his confidence alone lifted them. The next day at 4:59, Marcus walked into the range. Every alien recruit was already waiting. They stood in formation, back straight, weapons, ready, eyes filled with anticipation instead of arrogance. Marcus offered a small smile. "Good, let's start." For the next weeks, Marcus trained them relentlessly but fairly. Breathing discipline, trigger patience, reading movement instead of reacting blindly, combat awareness, resilience under pressure. The Ivraxians, once loud and showy, learned to be calm, focused, efficient. But the biggest change was in Kreltar. He admired Marcus openly, often watching how the veteran moved, breathed, even how he stood. And Marcus, who had once mentored countless human recruits on Earth, found himself doing the same here, teaching aliens, who slowly stopped seeing him as a relic and started seeing him as something else. A warrior, a protector, a legend. Final trial after a month. Lyrakeen announced their final test, a simulated battlefield. Bots, drones, traps, smoke, moving platforms. The recruits exchanged nervous glances. Marcus simply nodded. "You'll do fine." They entered the simulation. It was chaos, metal walls shifting, drones firing lasers, mechanical beasts lunging. But the recruits moved with precision. Their shots were cleaner, their stances tighter, their breathing steady, and every time doubt crept in, They remembered Marcus's words. Breathe. Center the shot. Trust yourself. By the end, all of them passed. Even Kreltar achieved perfect accuracy. After the test hours, they exited the simulation hall. The recruits formed a semicircle around Marcus. Kreltar stepped forward and bowed deeply, a gesture of highest honor in his culture. Sergeant Hale, we were fools. We judged you by your age and species. He lifted his gaze. But now we know. Humans are different, fearless, unbreaking, deadly, precise. Marcus chuckled softly. Not just humans. Warriors. Any species. Any kid with the will to learn. Kreltar straightened. You have my respect. All of ours. The recruits saluted him. Marcus returned it with quiet pride. Remember what you learned, he said, because one day the galaxy might need you. And as they watched him leave, the old human walking with steady steps, they understood something profound. Humanity wasn't great because of technology or size or strength. Humans were great because they endured, adapted, fought, and when challenged, they hit the center 5 times without flinching. Asterisk.